to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms, in your own vibe, in your own rhythm, and in your own story, beloveds, because that is the most important thing that you can be doing for yourself at such a time as this. I really want to thank every single person that has subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks to everyone that has supported us on Patreon and sends us love donations through PayPal and emails. I won't say love emails, but just emails of appreciation and upliftment through our website. Really appreciate love you guys, beloveds. Really appreciate love each and every one of you for just giving us that energy. It's very important for us, especially now being in the mental age and with us trying to reconstruct ourselves and kind of build ourselves back up to remember ourselves, build ourselves back to the way we were before the penetration of the Babylon system into our mental reality, is to recognize that why are they poisoning the sky so much? Why are they poisoning the food? Why do they poison the water? Why did they take us from getting our water from the river to creating taps and all this stuff where they put fluoride, etc., etc.? What has been the point of that? The point has been, beloveds, because of the power of our vessels, which can live for and are meant to live for thousands of years, they have to constantly poison the atmosphere, poison what we're eating, get us to eat irregular diets for our bodies, like flesh, dead carcass, actually. That's what it is, dead meat. Get us to eat all these sugars. It's all done on purpose. They couldn't conquer us spiritually, so they conquered us mentally and as a result physically, hoping that the law of correspondence would kick in, that if they conquered us mentally, as outside, so inside, as above, so below, as below, so above. But it didn't quite work out for them like that. Because I remember reading a quote which said, as long as there's one warrior on the battlefield, the dance goes on. And trust me, there's more than 1 billion warriors on this particular mental field, this particular mental battlefield. And so the dance will go on. But one of the things that they did, beloveds, was to shorten our lifespan. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but it continuously happens because of our diet, because of our thinking, and because of our lack of knowledge about how to properly take care of this body so that we can push it past the 100, 200, 500, 1,000 mark. You see, so much has been done around age. Because, beloveds, before, our ancestors never recorded their age. You came when you came and you left when you were ready. Or you left when you were done. So by creating the mental matrix, and maybe I'll even do something on the Gregorian calendar, they're creating this fake time system. And then saying we were born in this month, this year. And then coming out with the narrative that people can't live past 100. And remember in the 90s, when, the germ warfare of AIDS was unleashed on our people? Yeah, it was germ warfare. So much research has been done to prove that. But the germ warfare was unleashed on our people, and they were saying, I remember in Kenya, they said our age, our life expectancy had reached like 40. Beloveds, the enemy of our souls, their vessels are so weak. They barely can push 100. They can't push past 100. Barely. Most can't even get past, 60, 70. We are easily supposed to make it to 200. And imagine our leaders, the highest among us, who had the knowledge of powering this vessel properly. Sorry, that the chicken's laying eggs. Uncomfortable process. But the highest level leaders who could push their bodies past 2000. I mean, even the scriptures tell you, I think Noah lived to 1000 or 2000, and Abraham, although we shouldn't, all of that has been doctored. Maybe they lived to 10,000. And beloveds, I actually believe that there's men and women amongst us who have moved into the wilderness who are way past 500, 1,000 years old, if we were to count. But you see, so what happened is they created this Gregorian calendar, and then they created this time matrix, and then they give you a life expectancy where most people's bodies now start breaking down at 50, 60, 70. And it has a lot to do with diet. It has a lot to do with the fact that many brush their teeth with fluoride every day and drink water which has fluoride in it. It has a lot to do with the fact that we've moved from life-giving, foods into life-taking foods. You become what you eat. So if you're eating dead meat, you will become dead meat. But the greatest thing that is working against us is our ignorance. And because this vessel is so strong, we keep thinking we can continuously push it and push it and push it. And that's why it recovers when we give it the worst. But imagine if we gave it the best thoughts, the best affirmations, the best food, the highest quality water. What would happen then? You see, these are the seasons and times that are coming, beloveds. And so if you really are serious about your awakening process, you're about to see some amazing signs and wonders. So don't compromise it for anything that's happening now. There will be some hard decisions to make. Because there'll be some hard decisions to make. Let me leave it at that. But they could never conquer a people who naturally lived past 300 years. But they can easily control a generation who only lives to be 100, so they don't even get going. So that's why our ancestors were able to build incredible temples, incredible pyramids, incredible things that we don't even know about. That's why they were able to map out the stars, because they were living for a very long time. So it's just like, in order to fully conquer us, because many of us return. I keep saying reincarnation is real, so the masters keep returning to continue the great work until it is done. So it's like, many of us, you come, and by the time you're figuring out who you are, the life expectancy they've given you is done, and maybe you haven't had this discipline in that lifestyle, in that lifetime. So you've abused your body with, made countless things from the Babylon system: sugar, meat, raw alcohol. At least some of you, at least take it in roots or some as medicine. Anyway. So all these things, it's like, whenever we're trying to get into the restoration, our time is up. So one of the things that's going to happen in this reformation and restoration season is our lifespans will be restored. It's going to require a lot of self-discipline, a lot of re-education, and just living a totally different life. Let me know in the comments below if you're feeling this. Until next time, Tuko pamoja.